Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for coming in such large numbers. And bear with me while I do one thing that I haven't done for very many times. I normally speak off the cuff. I'm actually going to read you a speech written last night. I can't remember. So I'd like to help you answer for yourself the question, why vote for me? What can I do for you? And what kind of leader would I be? I hope that this speech will help you clarify that, and I hope that I will be able to show you that I understand the issues we all face and how to tackle them. I have divided this topic into two parts. Part 1, issues, Part 2, strategy. And just so you know, I have a laptop back there, non-internet based, on which I give sound bites on various policy issues coming from my personal perspective. And as one of the founders of the Green Party, you will understand that that personal perspective has very much informed what is Green Party policy. Firstly, I'd like to speak to those issues that are relevant to all residents of our beautiful province, and issues like, for example, preventing our biosphere from being destroyed by global warming or radioactive contamination, preventing the loss of our biodiversity through clear cuts and old-growth logging, and diminishing local food supplies by paving the agricultural land reserve or destroying organic farms, undermining our energy security by damming rivers via IPPs and secret trade agreements, and our communities being disenfranchised via the likes of Bill 30. So, secondly, I would like to focus on those issues that are more meaningful to British Columbians of the Green persuasion at this AGM, via our strategy. As Greens, we face both strategic and real-life challenges and opportunities. Strategically, the problem of being ignored is giving way to being attacked. This week, journalist Mark Hume published a piece in the Globe and Mail attempting to undermine our support base by accusing us of ruining the valiant green efforts of the new NDP. What people like Mr. Hume don't realize is that the Green Party does not change its color with every new leader who comes along, no matter whom he or she schmoozes with, interim or otherwise. Our philosophy and principles are based on finding long-term integrated solutions to globally interrelated social, ecological, and structural problems. We are a grassroots organization that believes in participatory democracy, and our membership makes the rules and policies, not the leader. The leader is the spokesperson. The leader must be the leader, not the ruler. We are... Sorry, where was I? Excuse me. That's the problem with reading, you know, especially when you're a bit short-sighted. Okay.
I hear the vision.
Yes. So we're a grassroots organization that believes in participatory democracy and in which the membership makes the rules and policies. And these two facts give us incredible strength and unavoidable relevance and consistency in messaging and purpose. The solution to both problems is maintaining our relevance and increasing our electability, and that is via maintaining our credibility. How do we maintain or improve our credibility? And my answer is with a leader who inspires confidence and hope in green solutions. To my mind, that is someone whose track record leaves no doubt about personal motivation, integrity, and dedication to the cause, and someone with the scientific credentials and ability to see through and point out the opposition's greenwashing endeavors on both sides of the left-green divide. A green-thinking leader must also be capable of assessing every situation by weighing and filtering those ecological, social, and fiscal aspects that we need to consider before coming to a conclusion and deciding on a solution. For example, in a Green Olympics context, imagine the Green Party and its leadership team as a Cerberus watching out for the triple bottom line. Fortunately for BC, we have several leadership candidates here today who have done their personal best to show the world that they mean it. We have people whose commitment straddles, in my case, up to 3 decades and include the following successes, again in my case: protecting Aboriginal fishing communities and saving salmon-bearing streams from dams by researching and advocating for appropriately sited windmills in Quebec, preventing the spraying of our forests with pesticides by advocating for biological controls, again in Quebec, helping to save our marine environment by protecting Guayanas from oil exploration, and also helping to establish the South Moresby Park Reserve, preventing clear-cutting the ancient forests of Clayoquot Sound and the Boise Valley via education and research by initiative started with my European Forestry Awareness Campaign, which predated the Greenpeace and Western Canada Wilderness Committee's campaigns, helping to rewrite CEPA via multilateral negotiations and legal critiques. And the league goes on, and if you want to check out what that is, please go to my website, greenthinker.ca. No one can spell my name. That is one of my main shortcomings. In accomplishing the above feats, I have garnered many years of media experience, made films, lobbied in 4 languages, and worked hard to accumulate the scientific credentials that would give our green movement the needed credibility and authority. Now to internal matters. We need to pay more attention to the 3 M's, money, message, members. We've touched on the message aspect and the messaging aspect in what I've said already. So what about money and members? I believe it's really important as a grassroots organization to be beholden to the membership and no one really else when it comes to fundraising. My preferred method is going after modest evergreen donations wherever and whenever possible. And I've shown that I can do this in this leadership race. Remember, if you give $5 a month, it's the equivalent of the cost of 1 membership at the end of the year. And if you give a mere 10, it'll cost you only $35 at tax time. This will provide us with a steady income that will fix some of the problems we've experienced in the past and that became particularly poignant in this leadership race. Firstly, I believe we can overcome these problems by employing creative, highly motivated, full-time staff who have already proven their dedication to our common cause. This is not putting down the people who've been hired now, it's to show we need more people like you who can stay with us and not go to Australia. Secondly, having reasonable expectations of our employees and volunteers to prevent burnout and therefore the discontinuity and disruption of services to members or elected officials like council members that come about when people quit because they're overburdened. Thirdly, we need a leader in a mobile office who can go out into the country and let the people interact with us on a much more long-term and regular basis. Thirdly, we need to foster a culture of inclusiveness and working together better by meaningfully involving and improving communications among and between our volunteers, voluntary council members, staff, and grassroots members. Fourthly, we need to build an exponentially growing street canvas in every community, working to increase our membership, liaising with existing community leaders, and encouraging people to vote for STV. After the referendum results in Eastern Canada and Central Canada this year, it became clear to me that the 2009 referendum on electoral reform in BC is our last chance to achieve a form of proportional representation. In Canada, proportional representation in Canada, and that we have to do this via STV. Unfortunately, MMP is probably gone. It's up to us, the electorate in BC and grassroots Greens in particular, to make that happen. We know we can't wait for anyone else to do it for us, not the media, not the NDP, nor the Liberals. Voting for STV is the only choice we have if we want to reinvigorate our democracy. So if you want a leader who gets along with people, who can speak with anyone about global warming believably, with a history of dedication to democratizing our democratic systems, and who is therefore motivated to push for STV because it's our last opportunity for change and be understood, vote for me today. Thank you.